All right, Gooch, we're going to jump around a lot, and we're going to go through a lot of different players, teams from your past. Let's see, you go to Malaga in La Liga in Spain, and I believe it was Manuel Pellegrini who was the coach there.
Mm-hmm.
First question is, such a complex system that he operates, where it's high press, recover in the opponent's half. What was it like playing for a coach of that caliber?
It was different. Pellegrini playing in Spain was different. I remember, obviously coming from Belgium, France, even Italy and Portugal, and even Holland. I remember the first couple weeks, he was like, "You have to learn not to use your hands," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "You can't touch people in Spain," and I was like, "What do you mean? It's football. It's contact."
Right.
And like intentionally in training, if I would like touch a player, he'd call a foul. And I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "What are you?" He's like, "Foul." I'm like, "Foul where? What are you talking about?" And you'd have these little Spanish players that just flop and fly. And I would get so frustrated because I was like, if I really foul you, you're going to be in the hospital. I'm sick of this. And that was probably the biggest learning curve in that country. It was just, obviously understanding that we were playing basketball. There was no contact, right? But yeah, his tactics were a little different defensively, especially coming from Italy. I remember one was all four defenders cannot drop back into the 18-yard box until the ball crosses that line of the 18-yard box. And I was like, this goes against everything I was ever taught.
Right, you're facing your own goal now.
Right. I was like, well, what about the distance of support? And he's like, nobody goes in. I was like, okay. And then I remember players like Demichelis, he was like, you just have to do it. You have to listen to it and just do it. And I was like, I don't know if I can just not do that. And it was different. But the team itself was great. It was a great team, great. Malaga is like a vacation city. The sun's always shining. It's on the beach. It's right there in Andalusia in Spain, right in the south, a couple hours from Sevilla. And yeah, it was a good time.
Now, I believe at this time they had a Champions League, just European ban, I should say, not just Champions League. They couldn't play any European matches, but you guys still had some very good players. I think Isco was one of the younger players at that time. It was 2021.
We didn't get the European ban until afterwards. We actually went to the quarterfinals in the Champions League, lost to Dortmund in the quarters. So yeah, Isco was there, Tulalan was there, Batista was there.
Julio, yeah.
Roque Santa Cruz was there. Saviola was there.
Nel Conejito, yeah.
Yeah, Joaquim.
Was Isco amongst the best players there already at that young age?
Isco was the best player on the team. And I think he was like 19 years. He was playing on the Spanish under-21s at the time. And I remember when I transferred to the team, it was during one of those transfer window international break periods in August. And we were at training, and me and Tulalan would speak a lot because French, whatever. And he came up to me and he's like, the best player is not here yet. And I was like, who's the best player? He's like, Isco. And I was like, oh, where is he? He's like, oh, he's with the national team. So I didn't know who Isco was at the time. And I'm thinking national team, like first national team, like Spanish full team. He comes back and I'm like, this kid? I was like, wasn't he just on the under-21s? And he was like, just wait, you'll see. I see this kid play. It was like I was watching early 2000 AND1 basketball mixtape. This kid was on another level. He was snaking people. He was doing all these things. And I was like, okay, now I understand what he was talking about. He was special. He was special.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.